Okay, friends, today we're going to start with this activity. So all I want you to do is I want you to just look at this sentence and what tense is the following sentence written in. That's all I want you to do. So just take a moment, look at the sentence carefully, and then answer the question. What tense is the following sentence written in? So how do we determine the tense of a sentence? Yeah, by looking at the verb. Okay, so this sentence here is the verb. Okay, the sentence is written in the present tense, right? The girl walks home from school every day. Something that happens routinely. So that means that happens every day. So that means that it's going to be in the present tense because there is no end to it. Welcome back to a new video and a new day and a new lesson. Yes, and a wonderful attitude for learning. Also, I hope. Anyways, so you saw a little introduction before. Now, my name is Mrs. Bruson. You have seen me before as well. And thank you for joining me today in another lesson. Thank you for being here with me. So we are going to be talking about verbs. However, it's just going to be a little different today. That's right. Today we're going to be talking about irregular verbs in the past tense. And we're going to see some examples as well. So whenever you're ready, just keep watching. If you need a break, take a break, pause the video, but then come back to me, okay? So let's begin. Here is our topic for today. Irregular verbs by me. And this lesson is aligned to the Edge Fundamentals, Unit 4, Cluster 2 curriculum. Okay, and our activities will be coming out of that as well. Um, Today's clear learning target, actually, I'm going to start with the essential question today. Whoa! How can I make my writing better by learning irregular past tense verbs? Yeah. So the hope is that as you write and also as you speak, you can use the correct tense of the verb, being that regular or irregular, especially in the past tense. And now we do have our clear learning target. And our target for this lesson is I can complete sentences using the irregular past tense verbs. And I'm going to add here in parentheses, correct. Okay, so I just want to start by explaining something, right? So a verb in the present tense, so let's go ahead and put this as my present over here, is tells us what is happening now, right? So that is a verb in the present tense. What is happening right now at this moment? Okay. So let's go ahead and trace here a timeline to the past. Okay. So a verb in the past tense tells us what already happened. Okay. An action that is gone by, something that happened before. So here we go. Let's put here before. Okay. And a verb in the future tense tells us what's going to happen, something that has not happened yet. Okay, so these are our basic simple tenses, right? So future is next time. Okay, not today, not now. Okay, so this is our simple timeline for the simple tenses. Now, this is what we just saw now, right? So the sentence that we saw before. The girl walks home from school every day. Okay, how about we read the sentence together so that we can practice our diction? Okay, so the girl walks home from school every day. So as I mentioned before, on the example when we were doing it, the verb is the one that determines the tense, right? So the verb walks is in the present, okay? So, and she walks home from school every day. Let me grab one marker that actually works so that I can go ahead and underline it over here, okay? So here is our verb walks. This is what telling us, this is what tells us the tense of the sentence, okay? So let's go ahead and write another sentence over here. And you're just going to tell me what is the difference between the two sentences. Okay, so here we have the girl walked home from school yesterday. Okay, so what is the difference between the two sentences? Okay, so if you're telling me that the verb here is a little bit different, then you are totally correct. Walked is in the past tense. So she did it yesterday. There is another keyword that we looked at when we are determining tenses, okay? And here is our time frame. Yesterday means it's something that is already gone, something that already passed, right? Okay, so this, friends, is a regular verb. Okay, remember that we've seen this one before because I did a lesson on this a few weeks ago. And any verb that ends with, on the past tense, that ends with an ed is a regular verb. Means that, you know, it's consistent all the time, right? So we have walk. So let's go ahead and put some examples right here. Let's see if we can see them. Okay, so right here. So we have walk and walked, right? So here we have the ed, okay? We also have cook, right? And cooked. So here we have the ed, right? We also have, let's say, want and wanted, right? So right here we have the ed. So friends, all of those verbs that end with an ed in the past tense are regular verbs as we have seen before. Okay, so now what we're going to do is, or what I'm going to do is, I'm going to go back to my presentation and we are going to take it from there. We're going to be probably going back and forth on today's video, but I think that would be a great change of pace, right? Here we are. So, regular verbs. We just saw that. Let's just recap so that we know. Regular verbs. Usually, when we are talking about things that happened before, we usually add d or ed to the end of regular verbs to make past tense. For example, I remember to feed the dog. That's present. Now look at the past tense. I remembered to feed the dog, right? Those are regular verbs. Now, here we have what's new, and that is irregular verbs. So, with some verbs, it is not correct to add ed. Let me say that again. It is not correct, it's not appropriate, it's not grammatically correct to add ed or ad to make them past tense. We have to learn the past tense from all form of irregular verbs. Okay, so let me just say that we have to learn the past tense form of irregular verbs. So yes, even though nowadays we don't like to memorize things for irregular verbs, we have to. There's just no other way around. So let's go ahead and look at this example that I have here. I sit on the bench waiting for the bus. So that means that every day I walk to the bus stop and then I sit on the bench waiting for that bus, right? Now, in the past tense, I cannot say I seated because that's totally incorrect. So I sat on the bench waiting for the bus to arrive. Ah, okay, yesterday, last week, a month from today. Okay, so in the past, sometime in my past, I sat on the bench waiting for the bus. So as you notice, in the past tense, I did not sit it. Okay? So because it doesn't exist, it's incorrect. So I sat. Okay. Let's go ahead and look at some examples over here. So practice is the key. That's it. There's no other way around. You just have to take those verbs and memorize them, write them, read them until you know them. Okay? This again, no other way around that. Okay. So here is an activity. What I want you to do is, and yes, you can use the internet to help you out because I don't expect you to know. What I want you to do is I want you to draw a line and match each verb with its irregular past tense. Okay, remember to just pause the video for as long as you need to. Okay, and remember that I'm not expecting you to know it because you probably don't, but those that just do it. Okay, so here we go. That's an example. So find, found, right? Okay, so let's go ahead and say that. Let's say find, found. Okay, so again, just pause the video and see if you can match the present tense of these irregular verbs to their past tense. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and read them so for pronunciation's sake, and I would love for you to repeat after me. Okay, so find, where, sit, meet, say, feel, see, think. So that is the present tense column. Let's go ahead and go to the past tense column. Okay, again, we're just going to go ahead and pronounce them to practice. Met, said, thought, found, saw, wore, felt, sat. Okay, so pause the video and take as long as you need. Just come back to me. Okay, so here is another page of irregular verbs that I have for you. So again, draw a line to match each verb present tense to its irregular past tense. Okay, so as we did before, right now all we're going to do is practice the pronunciation. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. So we're going to do the present tense column first, and then we're going to practice the pronunciation for the irregular past tense column. Okay, so write, know, get, tell, bring, make, take, do. Okay, past tense, did, brought, knew, made, wrote, took, got, told. Okay? Okay, so let me go ahead and give you one example just as I did before. So the past tense, the irregular past tense for the verb do is did. And I'm sure you have seen that in many occasions. So again, friends, pause the video, take as long as you need, and when you are ready, just come back to me. I'm going to continue with the lesson, but again, you can pause the video for as long as you need. Okay? Okay. So let's go ahead and practice using some of those verbs in sentences. So open-ended questions. And what I want you to do is not only to practice writing them, but also practice orally. Okay? So here is our first example. Always remember to look at the illustration. They are here there to help you. And also for the first couple or few exercises, I have given you a word bank to help you out. Okay, but then this is going to disappear. So take advantage of it. Earlier today, I blank my beanie to keep my head warm. So which word is going to complete this sentence? I'm not going to tell you. Let's look at example number 2. Remember to complete the following sentence about the reference image. Look at the word bank that we have on the bottom. And yesterday, my sister blank some amazing ants in the backyard. So which past tense, which one is the past tense here on this word bank? Okay, let's look at the next one again. Refer to the image, and here is our sentence. She blank a letter to her boyfriend last week. So which one is the past tense of the verb? Okay. And friends, I don't have any more word banks for you, but look at the reference image. The student blank sad after yesterday's event. Which word should go there? Which is the verb that goes there? And just a hint, look back at the verbs that we matched earlier because they're all there, okay? Okay, so now let's try that again. Here we go. Now I just want you to go ahead and rewrite the sentence with the correct form of the past tense verb. So I'm giving you a verb here in blue that is the present tense, and obviously it is incorrect because the sentence is in the past tense. So we have to replace that verb with its past tense, okay? So last night my mother told me to go to bed. It sounds wrong, doesn't it? Yeah, because it's wrong. Okay, so how about you rewrite the sentence correctly using the correct past tense of the verb tell. Okay, so let's look at another example. Again, read the sentence in the reference image. Rewrite the sentence with the correct form of the past tense verb. A few days ago, I buy a new TV to replace the one in my room. So as you notice, the verb buy is in the incorrect form. It needs to be in the past tense. Okay, so just take a few minutes, pause the video, and rewrite this sentence. Okay, let's look at our next example. Here we go. Again, read the sentence in the reference image. Rewrite the sentence with the correct form of the past tense verb. I think your comment was totally inappropriate. Okay, just pause the video and take as long as you need. One more example for you, friends. Didn't you hear? Earlier he said that he was not going. Again, the verb say is in the present tense and it needs to be in the past tense. So pause the video and take as long as you need. So now we're going to try this orally. So oral practice, okay? So the answers are just oral. That's it. That's what it means. So here we go. What did your mom say? Remember that the images are there to help you, and so is the sentence frame, which is going to disappear in just a little bit, okay? And you don't need to write anything. I want you to say it verbally. She blank, that is a good idea. So which verb should go there? Okay, let's look at our next example. Hi there. Who made she meet there? Who did she meet there? Sorry about that. She blank other volunteers. Okay, so no more sentence frames. Look at the illustration. What made the puddles? Okay. What did you bring to water the plants? Okay. And one more. What do you use to take the water out? Good. Remember that these are all oral practices. Okay, and this has brought us to our activity, which is a Nearpod. Okay, so You can play for free. If you don't have an account, it is okay. There is the website and there is the code for our activity today. Okay? Okay, friends. And with that, we have arrived at the end of another wonderful lesson. I want to thank you for your attention and for being here with me today. And I will see you next time.